I remember it all. The echo of my footsteps. The red droplets. Oh God, the droplets. Within their haunting noise, there was a story. I just had to listen. Have you ever had a dream so vivid you thought it was a memory? I do. Or did I? It's hard to make sense of sometimes. You see, it comes in waves, flickering into my mind like television static. The channel changes and suddenly I'm there. It changes again, and I'm in another world. These worlds, they can bring strength, but they can also leave scars. On this particular night, in this particular world, the droplets, they told me a story I will never forget. They yearned to be heard. Their echoes called to me. So I tuned in. An old woman, Lana O'Grady. She was alone. No spouse, no children. Lana had been part of the neighborhood for as long as anyone could remember. A familiar presence. A fixture of routine. Every night she sat on her porch, and this night was no different. She was a creature of habit, though no one really knew why. Each day followed the same rhythm. At 5 a.m., her bedroom light flicked on. Neighbors would hear faint sounds drifting through her open windows. Music, vacuuming, the clatter of pots and pans. It was all very mundane. In the evening, she would tend to her garden, collect her mail, and then sit quietly on her porch, watching, listening, breathing in the world around her. The midsummer air was cool. A soft breeze tugged gently at her wispy gray hair. Lana gazed into the distance, calm and content. As the sun disappeared beyond the trees, the sky deepened into blue. She inhaled one last slow breath of night air, then stood up and went inside. It was another ordinary night. For all intents and purposes, no different from all the others before it. Unfortunately, it would be the last time anyone ever saw her again. Days passed. Her routine was broken. No lights, no music, no morning sounds. For a while, no one noticed. That is, until the smell. It started faint, a sour, rancid scent carried by the humid summer air. At first, neighbors dismissed it. A dead animal, maybe. But soon, it became unmistakable. The odor, it was coming from Lana's house. One day, a young man walked by and noticed something odd. Faint reddish marks on her front door. He approached it, and as he did, the stench grew thicker, even suffocating. He gagged, covering his mouth. Yet still, he called out, "Miss O'Grady? Are you okay?" On the second knock, the door creaked open, slow and deliberate. Later, when interviewed, the young man said he couldn't explain what made him go inside. He just felt drawn, compelled even. It's as if the house itself had invited him in, wanting to reveal its secrets. The moment he stepped through the doorway, the smell, it hit him. It clung to his skin, burning his eyes. He wanted to turn back, but then he heard it. Drip, drip, drip. It echoed softly through the dark halls. Each drop seemed to call him deeper and deeper into the home. He moved slowly, the floorboards creaking beneath his feet. The walls, they looked damp, streaked with dark stains that caught dim light. The deeper he went, the wetter they seemed. Red streaks ran down in long lines, collecting in small pools on the carpet. Hazily, he thought, it's like the house is weeping. His eyes followed a thick trail smeared across the floor, a dark trail that led toward the kitchen. He hesitated. "Miss O'Grady?" A faint sound, a woman's cry. It echoed from somewhere distant. He froze, heart pounding. He followed the trail into the kitchen. The sink was full, cloudy water, something floating along the surface. He didn't dare to look at it for too long. Then, from beyond the kitchen door, came a faint moan. He turned toward the basement. The knob was cold under his fingers. The door opened. Darkness waited below. The light switch didn't work. He swallowed hard, thinking, what if she's hurt? What if she needs help? And with that thought, he began his descent. Step by step, he went down. The air grew thick and heavy. The dripping grew louder, faster. It echoed off the walls. And beneath it, a melody. Old music, warped and looping. The faint crackle of a record player struggling to spin. And at the bottom of the stairs, the floor. It glistened wet in the faint light. The smell. It was now overwhelming. The young man, he didn't want to look up. He tried not to. But something inside him, that same strange pull, it forced his gaze upward. And that's when he saw her. Lana O'Grady. Or what was left of her. Her form was twisted, reshaped, as though someone had tried to rebuild her from pieces that just didn't belong together. The figure hung from the ceiling, a grotesque amalgamation of parts, arms, torsos, fragments of what had once been people. And behind it were stretched thin wings of skin, pinned wide across the ceiling. Words were carved into their surface, but the young man didn't dare read them. He turned and ran, slipping on the slick stairs, crawling his way up in panic. He burst out of the house, stumbling into the streets, screaming, tears streaking through his red-smeared face. A neighbor across the street saw him. They could sense his panic, his fear. They immediately dialed 911. Police sealed off the scene, questioning neighbors one by one. Several families mentioned missing loved ones, but when asked why they hadn't reported it yet, they all said the same thing. It had only been a night. But detectives quickly realized the truth. 6 people, including Lana O'Grady, had vanished on the same night, around the exact same time. Inside the home, forensics teams made a gruesome discovery. Chemical agents, the kind used to dissolve organic matter, were scattered throughout the house. The plumbing was saturated with pasty viscera, the pipes rupturing under the pressure. Walls, floors, even the ceiling, all soaked through. The crime, it almost seemed magical. The amount in the pipes, they shouldn't have soaked through that much. And yet, it did. How could all those people go missing at the exact same time and no one notice? And yet, it happened. Fingerprints confirmed the identities of the missing. Each of them had been combined. Most of their remains were found sewn together in the basement, and the rest, it was liquefied. The markings carved into the stitch figure matched the young man's account. This is what he told investigators. As soon as I walked in, I knew something was wrong. It smelled like something was rotting. Down in the basement, I heard music. Looping. Old. It was coming from a record player. And those words, they were on the wall. Carved into the skin. The same ones playing over and over. He paused, his voice trembling. The lyrics, they said, the pipes are calling. The pipes are calling.